UnDeFeated. Brought to you by Otha Williams Jr. Today on Saturday, October 31st at 1000 hours, 1 minute, 2020. What I want to speak on today is for the Brother Talk series and how this can be part of your power of oneness. If you've been part of my family for a while, I appreciate you. Power of oneness is a reflection of self. When you look inside of who you are, what do you see? Now, I don't care if right now you said everything negative, because that right there is a starting point. Every starting point do not end or finish the same. Every starting point can be a start or a beginning. And the next point can be a middle ground. It don't have to be your ending. It don't have to be your finish. And the reason I brought up the word UnDeFeated, if the first words that came out of your mouth were self-defeating words that align to or connect to, let's say you feel less than, inadequate, defeated. One of the words that's in UnDeFeated, not beaten up, not giving in, not giving up. That's the definition of UnDeFeated. Defeated means you have gave up, you have quit. And if any negative words that affected your, I don't say confidence, I say your esteem. So either can it be high esteem or low esteem? Why do you have low esteem? What are things you do? Sometimes, often enough, so we look in the power of oneness, UnDeFeated, we don't look at the things that bother us. So it's easy to, let's do the outside real quick. Let's externalize real quick with the outside of who you are. Let's say you drink or smoke, or you do something that harms your body. Yes, drinking and smoking harms your body. There's no other way to put it. Even if it's organic, because whatever comes out of the smoke, it's not good for you. It harms you in a longevity. So that's why I say your start and your beginning don't have to be your end or your finish. You see where I'm going with it? So if you smoke, you harm yourself with the smoke. Smoke has a lot of elements that clogs up the lungs. You see how that works? Your breathing, it affects your breathing. So if you drink, it has elements that deteriorate your organs that you need for your heart, your pancreas, your liver, even your colon. Because your body design is to create good. There's nothing bad in your body. But what we put into our body can be bad. That's what's defeating us. So if I take externalizing alcohol into my body, I'm going to lose that battle every time. You know why I'm going to lose that battle every time? That is self-defeating, because I am taking things that do not give my body nourishment. My body cannot be nurtured. So that's why I speak on nurturing. And as a man, are you disciplining? Are you understanding? If you're not, you're nurturing. That woman power of nurturing will be less than. But I'm not going to get into that. That was just a little side note, a little hint. So if you're putting everything in your body externalized, that's not good for your body. Your body cannot create good. Now, let's do the internalized things. I said, what are things you think of yourself? Within you, you got low esteem. You have low energy, low vibration. So the outside can have high vibration, but it has the right thing. You can have high vibrations internally about how you feel about yourself. So let's talk about that, brothers. How do you feel about yourself? Now, this is not for some psychologists or therapists. I'm asking you. Sometimes we can medicate ourselves or we can help ourselves. I don't want to say medicate. I was going to go somewhere else with that, but I don't want to say medicate. If I want to help myself, I have to literally help myself. What are some things I can do? Well, if I don't feel good about my body, I don't need to do a surgery. This is for men. Men do surgery too. Don't think men don't go out there and get their chest done. Bodybuilders do that. See? And that's why I don't get into all the body things and I don't get direct. I don't get into certain topics because before you get in that topic, there's actually a discussion before that. So if I want to do better, and if we're just talking about what I put into my body, so I'm internalizing, shouldn't I put better food into my body? Should I not? I have to get rid of that alcohol. So I know I don't want to eat meat. But now if I have a child, now this is the hard part, but it's going to be easy. You got to start off, now this is just an example. You're going to start off with your child being born. Don't give them meat. You know what meat does to your body, correct? So if meat does bad to your body, why would you start off a child life when you in position? Now, here's the start. Now, the child born, this is the birth of their life. What are you going to do by your child? That's one of a great example. Now for yourself. If I look inside, I can't medicate myself with alcohol. I can't use cocaine. I can't use crack. I can't smoke weed. I don't care how you look at it. I'm sorry. I just gave you smoke get in your lungs. That affects your breathing. Alcohol deteriorates your lining. So there's enzymes in your body. I don't have to be a scientist to know this. And that's the thing we got to stop doing with each other. I don't have to be a scientist to know that dude was beat up by his father, that girl was touched by her mother, is going to affect her and it happened at her 8. So at 13, when she started trying to compartmentalizing, I'm going to do that one. That's another video I'm going to do, compartmentalizing. I'm saying it wrong. That's the way I speak. When she started doing that, then wait till she started remembering. Wait till he started remembering what happened. Those people become the people that we hate. And then when we start hating them, look at what we do inside. We start compartmentalizing things that we did. Have you ever thought about, as a man, when you were 21 and she was 16? Not saying that was a long difference, because if you waited 2 more years, you would be 24 and she'd be 18. Well, 23, sorry, my math off. You would be 23 and she'd be 18. But if you waited 5, let's say they have a 5-year, let's say they just give them a 5-year space gap. If you're 25, she's 20. So we're not going to look at that as far off. But if she's 16 and you're 31, do you remember you did those things? See, we don't talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it in a way to say, oh, you a demon, you bad. No, I have my discrepancies, but I wasn't out there, I guess you want to call it hunting. I wasn't preying on women or ladies, young ladies or ladies, women older than me. I've been with older women. What do you call that? So, and they've been 15, 20 years apart from me. So what do you call that? See, we got a name for one, but not the other one. If an older man talks to a younger woman, he's preying on her, and then the woman, she's a cougar. But what happened when a person, I am 21, and I go and talk to a 38 of age lady? What do you call that? People say, you're looking for a mother. See? You see how we quick to understand that, but we put an understanding under it. See what I'm going with it? We put an understanding, but when I was talking to the older woman, what is that called? See, there's no understanding. It's okay, quote unquote. So as we internalize things we done, let's break it up a little bit. Let's make it better. So we're going to go to more of an empowerment, an affirmation, and a reinforcement. That's the power of oneness. What I always say. You have a choice, you have a path. Then you got to use the information, the good information. So if I know if I don't drink this alcohol, these other 4 or 5 other problems that exist when I drink alcohol normally won't exist, correct? You don't wake up, don't know where you at. That don't exist when you're sober. You don't get into random fights. That don't exist when you're sober. You don't holler at your children. That don't exist when you're sober. You don't get mad at your race for things that you have no control over. You're not medicated. You're not toxic no more. That's what toxic mean. Now there's some definition. I'm gonna go over alpha. Alpha, I keep saying alpha. I'm reading dating profiles. When we talk about if you're not a strong man, you're not an alpha. If you don't know this is an alpha. I'm not going to use animal verbiage on me, but that's another topic. So if I want to be undefeated, now being undefeated is not by how many times I can beat somebody up. It's about my wins. I want you to do this. I heard this from a lady before. I will try to find the link. I'm going to find the link to the video before I post this because I got to start showing you the links. I don't know if I have the links to the other videos. I want to say some of them I don't. I'm going to be honest. I want you to think about things in your life. Think about them. So, you want to win. Don't do one win. Write down 5 small wins. So, here's an example of 5 micro or small wins. You graduated high school. Let's say you was the first one. Or high school was very hard for you. You received your first award in something you did because you finally took the time out. Or even that, you completed something that you never completed. You got your GED. That's a micro win. I call it micro because we're going to let them. You see the line? 5. I want you to get 5 micro or small wins. So if it's your first award, your GED, you graduated college, you fixed your credit, and you have a home. That's 5 micro wins. Those 5 micro wins create 1 win. The reason why I say that, if you think about all your problems in life, what are they? They micro. Take a bunch of micro and small wins in your, let's say, losses in your life. They're not losses. The word I want to use, take about 5 of them. Things you done wrong in life to you, because this is about you. There's things you done wrong in your life. Even though I'm talking to the brothers, I'm talking to you, sisters. Things you done wrong in your life. And that's including, you was manipulating that young woman. You was scamming those people out of their money. You was conning those brothers and those sisters when you was doing them card games. Yes. See, see how you don't internalize that? You compartmentalize. You take a spot and you choose what is best. So I'm going to go over that. Yes, those crap games we're doing wrong. Yes, that's gambling. Yes. You were taking your monies out of someone else's pocket. Yeah, hold on. That was their choice. We know that's their choice. But they said you ain't have no money. That's why you was gambling. Yes, a lot of people I know you pay rent. Yes, you was selling those weed. I'm not dissing the drug dealer. You was selling weed. But then it got deeper. You start selling opium. You start selling crack, cocaine. Yeah, see? You see how you don't think about that. See, I do, because I do that with myself. See, that's the first thing. When you internalize things, you do it yourself first. That's why I love speaking to people. That's why I love maybe being by myself, not alone, is good, because I get to sit down and say, man, what did I do wrong? Or what can I do to do better? Because I don't beat myself up of things that I've done. Trust me. You could tell me something I did. I remember a person tried to get at me and said, you did this, this, and that. I said, okay. It's like, you not mad? I'm going to tell the world. I said, okay. The people that know me. And trust me, over a time, when I talk so much, they going to know what I did. If you learn and I don't feel ashamed. I have no shame, no regret. Because with shame, there comes honesty. With regret, there's come truth. See, I know they're probably not the homonyms or the antonyms of those words, but I don't know. I no longer have to feel that. I never felt that way. But when I start, and this is why, and this is, I tell this the truth to people. This is why I don't watch a lot of people, all of their videos. I love you. You're my family. Now sit down. I don't watch TV. So these small content creators is my TV. And I listen. And then I sit here by myself. I would sit here, turn off my phone, and nothing to be on, no music. And I would just sit here. Have you do that? To find out who you are, be by yourself. If you got children, go tell them to go play. Kids can go play with toys and you can watch them for the window, or they can be in the house in the room doing what they normally do, doing schoolwork. And while they're doing that, you can go in your room for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and just cut everything off. Peace and quiet, tranquility, I call it. You can do that. You can internalize everything and bring to your remembrance, not to shame you or to make you feel bad. It's to build you up. That's why when you do talk to a therapist, this also you become your own therapist. They ask you, why do you feel that way? Why did when your father was drinking, he didn't touch you or abuse? It was verbal because he was angry. They say he didn't do nothing to you, or your mother did the drugs and she didn't do nothing to you, but you was abandoned. You see how that goes? So we want to break free. Let's break those chains of being defeated to being undefeated. Get those 5 micro wins in. And that's one win. And I didn't continue what I was saying. Think about all the small things you done. All the bad small things. And you arguing with your woman. You beating yourself up about it. You know what you're doing? Those are a whole bunch of little losses for you. And if you take that time, you did this, you did that, what that create? A bigger problem. So the only thing you're looking at is a big problem is only 5, 6, 10. It's a whole bunch of micro, I have to say it this way, losses. A big loss is little losses. What are ways you can fix those losses? And I'm going to get into that another time. Probably not going to be the next video, because I already had a next video. I hope you enjoy. I hope you answer some of them questions within yourself. You don't have to answer out loud. You don't have to put them in the discussion box or comment. If you do, thank you for sharing. And maybe that allows somebody else to open up instead of compartmentalizing all their hurts and pains and then making it toxic for themselves. Because one thing if you didn't know, stress can cause you elements in your body. Imagine stress in your mind, aneurysms, headaches, migraines. That's pain in your brain. Imagine your heart attack. Your blood don't flow through. Think about that. And they say you have a pain in your hip. See, we don't think about stress in that way. Because what you would do, you would keep doing things trying to medicate that hip pain or that knee pain or that foot pain instead of going to the right person. Now, if you have to go outside of you, go to the right person. And the right person don't always have to be some medical doctor or some psychologist or therapist. It can be your best friend. I mean the best friend that's looking out for you. I don't care if that best friend, because sometimes you got to think, yeah, they medicated, but they might be the best. They may not do it for themselves, but they might be the best therapist. And sometimes I do listen to them. It depends on who they are and what are they saying. Now, if they start saying some mumbled, yeah, you might want to walk away and say, no, that's the drugs. No, you all right. I'll wait till you're a little bit more sober and a little less high. And when I come back and talk, because sometimes a friend, I don't care what's wrong with them, can give great advice. And the reason you their friend, even though they're in their trouble, you can help. So, as I already said, it's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Only you know the path of where you should go. And what I say unto one, I say unto all. You have a great day. Thank you once again, family. I want you to think about the What have made you defeated in your life? Externalize that and eternalize it. Now, eternalize what are things that you finally thought about. Now, think about those things. What situations were you in? Are you in those situations? Are you not in those situations anymore? And if you are, what are some changes you can do? Sometimes you got to do them on your own. Sometimes you got to do them. Now, this is the hard part. Sometimes you can be in that mode and you got to break free. And you want to know one thing that I don't do anymore. Before I say that, 5 things you compartmentalize, 5 wins, 5 small micro wins, and that's 1 win. And keep doing those, write those down. Put that on your vision board. And the one thing that I don't do anymore, I never was going to commit suicide. But I always think like this. What am I here for? But when I started being more powerful, now when I got back to me, I called upon all my powers back to me. I did not no longer. Now this is for me. Now this is for if you're religious, you got a faith, you might want to listen to this, or if you can, maybe you might get something out of it. Because I don't never stop talking to people that's a Jehovah, Muslim, Christian, a Catholic, the Pope, these rabbis, people. I came across everything. You ever heard of neo-exism? You ever heard of Naji and all these other faiths and religions and beliefs? Came about the secret society people with their real religion, Wiccans, witches. There's always good within bad. There's always bad within good because we're people and we allow things to defeat us. So my mind frame, once I started saying, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true, that's not me, that's not me, that's not me. I have nothing to do with what he do. I have nothing to do with what she do. Yes, I love people. I cannot. And what I started doing for me, when I started being more positive in that area, because there's other areas I have to work on, and I'm working on. When I stopped giving my powers up to what we call, quote unquote, what you call it, what the world call it, God, I started feeling better. When I stopped calling myself contradicting words, like I'm filthy rag, I'm not worthy. That's contradictory. I am, how the hell am I great? Like literally, how the hell am I great if I'm doing defeating words at the same time I'm trying to empower myself? That's why I came out with the power of oneness. I'm quite sure I'm not the first person that used the power of oneness. I haven't found it yet. If you found it, show me. I want to see who used the power of oneness, and maybe I used to watch it and realize it. And think about that. Maybe you used to do something you didn't even realize it. Just as you wrote something down 8 years ago. Now you're using it. You didn't even use it 8 years ago. But that don't mean it wasn't for you not to use. Maybe at the time in your mind, when you didn't, you externalize it. You didn't internalize it. You didn't eternalize it either. Or internalize it. So back to you. What can you do for you? So you have a great day. It's getting cold. Stay hydrated. Don't stop being prepared. The world don't change. The world evolves around whatever the people in the world decide the direction. So if you in the world, even in your own home, make your wins in your home. If you don't want war, don't put war in your home. If you don't want to fight, don't fight in your home. But what are the things you're doing for not to happen? Aleichem shalom.